that matchup, like, the way Lycan wins the lane is being able to right-click you more than you right-click him, and by having the wolves with, yeah.
It's, how much, 100?
Well, times
196 at level 1.
Exactly like playing against a farmed axe.
I think it's Lesh as well, right? Or in a good Lesh guy. If maybe gets ahead, I think he just dumpsters the game. He's just gonna do too much damage.
And I think Axe and Lesh are good pairing for one gets the ganks and the other one takes the objectives and supplies the damage. So even if they shut down this Slark, I don't think that necessarily means, like, if that's at the expense of both of the other cores of LGD having a really good game, I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, bottom lane is interesting. Oh, mid as well. Maybe actually diving in on top of TNC's Dragon Knight. Armel in a bit of trouble, but I don't think he can pressure. He has a 5-stick, but he can get the salve as well. So maybe he's just going to play behind tower and try and deny the wave. Down bottom, they're going in on the Bane. A bash. Will he be okay? He gets the sap off. One more auto attack to do it. The charge lands first blood. 2x Nova. Cuckoo goes down. Night Stalker has actually TP'd here. Lycan moving to the top lane to be under leveled and fight against that axe. How do you feel about that, PSG?
That's a PSG rotation if I've ever seen one. TPing to the bad matchup,
yeah,
like he is doing now.
Like Lycan is 1,000 health and 9 health for Jim. I mean, you just can't harass him, but you can kill him, which is what they're going to try to do. Here comes a charge, but I think he'll sniff this out. Sleep on the axe bottom, though. He's in a bit of trouble. The stomp is going to live. Gets the taunts on the Night Stalker, Battle Hunger. Yeah, he's dead. And up top, Lycan just avoiding the gank. He'll just camp under tower, no problem, but
he's having a good time on 2 of their cores. They're okay with this game. And Leshrac absolutely loving his life in the mid lane.
Charge on mid. Big dude, big trouble D. Oh, huge stomp, but immediately broken on the Spearbreaker for some reason. He's going to go down. That was weird. What was he taking damage?
He has the Spearbreaker charging, and that was very close to being a dead Night Stalker. He got a couple lucky spins
DK
there.
again. They're going on the middle. Ult from FY, lands the stun. Oh, no, sorry, maybe, but yeah, they get him. Oh, I like that. Maybe actually doing the cool toggle trick on Lesh, where you can actually get an extra Pulse Nova off to get the damage out faster. So you essentially just, after a Pulse, just checking out the warding. You've got one ward placed behind tower top by the Radiant side.
Leshrac's top right now.
Ooh. You can talk about what's happening, PSG?
Oh yeah, he level 7 Lesh, the only level 5 Lycan. That was the exact point of this smoke, was they said if we get to this Lycan before he hits level 6, he's going to go down. So even though he has that Helm of the Dominator, not enough to keep him survivable. Incredibly vulnerable hero at this stage in the game when he's only level 5. Armel's going to be pressuring mid in the meantime, but I love the action by Lesh. They don't, like you said, they don't have any counterplay to this. They can just do everything he wants on the map, and Lesh is quite a scary hero when he gets a start like this one.
Yep, and this is the way LGD likes to play. It's almost always maybe making the rotations, making things happen, doing work in the world. Charge going out bottom, but he's going to get slept. Night Stalker here as well. This is probably a dead X-Nova. Oh, but he uses... Oh, yeah, he's dead. I was optimistic, but he was dead. He also wastes the TP draft, and you know he's on the clock.
Yeah, and Raven's going to secure his level 6 bottom. Axe has a full Vanguard, so he's quite tanky against, honestly, most of the damage coming out from TNC. And top lane, they are diving the Elder Titan, get the bash off 17%, and looks like he's going to pay with his own life, possibly, but at the end of the day, this is just space for the rest of the cores of LGD. And they're actually going to possibly turn out. He's just out. He's just out.
I think the charge bash broke the tree that a lot of people like.
In these type of games, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In all the games, I was going to say.
Oh.
But then I was like, wait.
I mean, yeah, you don't want wins to be too easy. They are ganking the bottom lane. They get the stun off from DK. The stop follow. Look at that PSG level micro. And they are following it with the tee up. They dodged the call, and that was optimistic.
That is a TP that you want to have that.
Well, top lane as well. And no downtime for us. Keep up with that quality level observing that neither of us capable of. They are going to get this Hero 1 tower on the very important tower to open up the map for Lycan. And being down here, the axe is quite important, but mid lane, mix the stomp onto the Somnus, charge onto Tims. He's going ham. He's saying, take my body, leave Leshrac alone, and that is exactly what we'll have.
I mean, it's worth 158 gold. Lowest net worth in the game, Spearbreaker. That's the right move. Just throw your body away. Who cares? I like two things about what maybe did there. Unfortunately, the first, he didn't go to pressure the tower because it would have gone to high range. He did. Really get no gold off that, but he didn't give it too much. He didn't give it lane. They're gonna stop. Might be able to get it here. Maybe he's double stun. He's gonna run right in. Skyrim with no slow just yet, but he's gonna catch a stun to the fixed charge on the Bane. You turn up, you do, yeah, that's dead Bane. Once again, support feed away his life to just guarantee his core lives. Maybe Dragon would be fine anyway, but you know what? Bane, you're the lowest network. Your team. Who cares? Will this work?
I don't think so. No level 6 on Bane, and they also don't have DK form for another 40 seconds. I personally feel like Axe will be able to respond to this. He has a TP, which he does. No blink, but he'll get a Skywrath mage. I don't think it's going to lead to anything of relevance, though.
I think Axe is going to he's just hero kills. Now, maybe we go right top because you just picked up a Shadow Blade. No, you didn't get the Shadow Blade, but you got the Blink on the Axe. So now you at least have the chance to do it. And Slurk's going to buy a Sentry. He gets the ward above him. In the meantime, Spiritbreaker, he's going to feed again, but they don't care. Axe actually gets his Blink interrupted. This could be a huge stop. Axe in a lot of trouble. You still have a stun on DK in about 4 seconds. No ETLT kicking out just yet, but there it is. That's dead Axe, I think. Slark in a bit of trouble on the side as well. He's got to be careful. Lycan just chasing down the sky. That is a hero that just feeds. And just after I get done saying how nice LGD is, they have Axe TP into vision of the ward that is most obviously placed there. And the Slark runs over to fight with that Shadow Blade. And
But if they ever waste abilities like that on this Slark, that'll spell a lot of disaster for them.
Indeed, and I think that this is a perfect example of like that game TNC. You know, looks like they're adapted. Like, how do they win this game, right? But then plays out, and you realize, like, you know, somehow they manage to just kill you anyway, and they kill your buildings, and now you're setting up on mid. Axe once again getting spotted. They have that ward. He's gonna die, 100%. Super Earn as well. Like, yeah, his regen disappeared. The follow-ups on DK. There is a Yules on the sky on the Flash, however. He's gonna die before he even gets that off, though. Nighttime pop. The charge lands, but is that really where you want to be, X-Nova? He uses his ulti as well. In the meantime, Sam H chasing, continuing to find a kill on the Skywrath, who not only is he countered by Lycan, you kind of ran up by Night Stalker as well, and that's multiple super in charge. Like, those do so much damage.
The thing I don't like about playing Slark against Night Stalker is usually with Slark you get this like an early game.
Look bottom. The setup, that's a Bane with no grip. He can sleep, but do you actually get a follow-up kill without multiple heroes here?
If he lets the Pact go off, he has no detail. He has a Sentry too. He knows he's in vision. He knows he sees him, but I don't feel like this is gonna work.
No, he's gonna try. They're gonna sleep him. They're gonna TP somebody in, and then the Night Stalker is gonna be here for the silence.
And he did. Wow, the patience. He let the Night Stalker TP into the shrine so that the DK could TP into the tier 2, and wow.
Really well played against. But you know what's crazy? They just got Roche and 5 hero kills, effectively a team wipe, and their advantage is barely 4,000 gold. So you're still at a point where like a couple core deaths and the game goes right back to even. There's a taunt onto the ET, the Skywrath comments. They're going to be going for the, it looks like the Crimson Guard on the Night Stalker. Lycan's gonna have that BKB, Dragon Knight's gonna have a BKB, and they also have the Elder Titans. Like, their damage output is sick, and now they're gonna initiate DK, get the stun blink by the Axe. X-Nova throws with the charge, but he might just die for that. In the meantime, a sleep going off as well. Where the hell was that? A Grim going off into the Skywrath, the Super Earn on the Spearbreaker as well. In the meantime, Slark on top of the Lightning, landed the pounce backing away. F5 is going to buy back. In the meantime, team fight coming down. A taunt immediately on top of the Blade Mail, and Leshrac pumping out the damage, gets his Yules off just in time, but he is in trouble. There's the thing. He dies. Split Earth goes out. That's not a Split Earth, it's an Earth Splitter. And TNC kills almost everybody.
He charges away, gets stunned by the other thing, and he goes down.
And in the meantime, Ame messed with the Lycan for a little bit and then just ran back into farm.
Yeah, and
because he
my pubs.
No, they're doing it in the proper way.
Yeah.
As a team with coordinated game plan to win versus intentionally losing.
Yes, exactly. I usually prefer it this way.
Well, Axe gets initiated on once again. As you said, that vision advantage, that initiation almost guarantees the fight win. The double stun on top thanks to the Centaur. Still a silence on Axe, and man, that Super Earn does so much damage to an Axe that's so reliant on regen. And it also, of course, does that X HP magic damage. And you just keep going. You're just running over LGD right now. 20 minutes in, 19 to 8, 6k gold lead. Aegis still in hand. Blink Dagger up on the DK, as you can see, immediately initiates onto the Skywrath page. Once again, he's gonna possibly die. There wasn't a spirit ready, so there was no stop. The charge gets interrupted. A grip onto the Lash. The sleep on the the Spirit Breaker, and maybe he's just gonna explode. They're just killing. Where's Ahmed? He's just chilling bottom. He's like, boys, what? I can't carry. You're dying too rapidly for me.
Yeah, Slark does not counterplay this kind of stuff. He creates the plays himself, and he's probably gonna have the TP. What? Wait, what? What? Got him.
Okay. Well, Ahmed dies. He gets the Bane, though.
Yeah, we're...
He got that Bane. Did you see that?
Did you see that?
Stats that you can swap is just super nice, especially on any hero that might have mana concern, because just tread swapping just makes the hero better. Chalice, once again, getting slept on his initiation. He's going to get stomped. Then he's going to get stunned, and Chalice, he's just dead. And who said Axe was a counter to anything? That's what I want to know.
I mean, Axe is a hero that he gets gone on first, is envisioning that happening.
A charge coming in with the Spirit Breaker, but that's just not going to happen. I like to see they de-ward the high ground, as you can see, so they get the one ward that LGD had placed. Obviously, they still have two more. I do like and respect what LGD has done, though. They ward defensively in this position, so now they can camp Spirit Breaker on this high ground ward. They place another ward. They know that they're smoked here. Now the nighttime's pop, blink in from DK. Axe still not taunting. He misses the taunt actually on top of the Dragon Knight. He gets stunned. That is a blade mail, however. Slark is in the fight as well with his fresh BKB, but he's literally doing nothing. He gets grouped in the face, takes an Earth Splitter to the jugular, and explodes. Maybe he's not going to get chased down. That Lycan just destroyed him. ET in melee range, plus hero with zero armor items. What's that spell, BSJ?
Natural order.
Spell, no, it's DE double dead. And that's what happened to the entire lineup of LGD. That's going to be a rags. It's time to cut it and run, boys. You can't kill anybody. Huh?
He said he had no armor. What's that spell? You confused me, man. I only had one.
They're going to do Roche now.
And Axe is dead. No buyback. They know this. They have no fear. He's the only initiation and counter initiation on their team that they are afraid of. Leshrac, not so scary with just 9 Bloodstone charges and Yules at this stage in the game. And Slark goes in. No BKB activated. And I'm pretty sure he's just going to die after this.
Maybe.
He's fine, actually. He's nervous. He almost got away.
Oh, big second for maybe. He's going to turn around. Oh, wait. No.
Axe goes in one by one. And they're calling it. They're done.
Wow. How rude. Chalice, though, doubles his kill involvement right there at the end of the game. That's garbage time.
High praises about both teams. And, you know, let's check out how this game goes. I always like to see heroes that are not too common. I know Lone Druid is seen on a decent amount of teams.
Unfortunately, he's not really able to pressure too much on Armel just yet, so.
Top lane might be getting a first blood on Sam H. Trap him with the cogs. He's a goner. You've said time and time again about this dual lane as we watch mid. Never mind, doesn't matter. Dual lane of the Beastmaster dual lanes, you can't trade with it. There's just no way.
Yep.
But you can kill it, and that's something that I've been noticing. A lot of teams are approaching that lane that way, and you're showing it there. And I think it's important that you get these,
especially with the +1.
And he's not going to kill this courier, but this courier has a salve on it, and he's not letting it get there. So it's kind of interesting that he's still having high impact despite the fact. Oh, he actually waited to level his passive, so he purged the shield immediately, as you mentioned. And he might actually go down on Somnus. Nope. He has that wind lace for value. That probably saved his life.
Oh, here comes X-Nova, though. Oh, if he hits him. Oh, well, no, never mind. Dead. All right, cool beans. Maybe he didn't think he would still be there, even though he was showing in the tower behind him being there.
I always appreciated you telling it how it is.
And in the meantime, he loses a couple creeps as well. Miss a kill. Oh, well, Blaze did miss a kill. Good job, Blaze. Nice camera work.
And that is timing. The dream. But like we said, the Brewmaster does scale pretty well against it in the mid to late stages, just because of all the points that we talked about.
Yeah, like 2 points of feeble on Bane at level 3.
Top lane going on to Sam H, and he just goes down again.
To actually flee the lane because it's a full health and HP Beastmaster back with an ET.
Dota 2.
Dota 2.
And mid lane, Cuckoo might be wrapping on Somnus. but just going to pay a little bit of the price with the tower shots. Armel, they're actually pretty even mid lane here. And top lane again. Thank God I can hear the audio of the good camera work, so I know what's going on. And Sam H is just going to go down again. Tim's going to pay the price as well, most likely.
What was that? Couldn't he just ran, you know, different direction? Kind of just walked back into the clockwork queue and the...
That was quite odd.
And now that might be a little excessive now. Like, that's a few too many deaths, and that double kill's worth quite a bit. And now, I think TP is on cooldown, the Beastmaster, and now...
Hugo came in to say hi and join the squad. He said, you guys seem pretty cool with those deaths, and I'm going to join you.
This is that typical supports can't do much and we're winning all our lanes thing. Well, not all our lanes, but bottom and mid are like crushing with or without the support's help. So,
and he will be just fine unless he gets rooted. Oh my gosh.
He got rooted.
Yep, he got rooted.
Baby's here though.
Level 4 ever. And he's going to fall down with the clap. He has no fear because he used it to lock him down during that root. And that's a big kill to get on that level 6. Nah, this is just a debate this entire time to bring down Somnus, who's going to go to that left button, right click. And so is Lion. And then Armel, drunken hazed up. Doesn't matter how much damage you do if you miss. Has 6 charges, but it is not enough to give him the mana to use his clap. And that is all she wrote, folks.
Well put.
Hype. I've been told I don't hype enough, so make sure I throw that.
You gotta just speak louder and use more nonsensical words.
Oh, okay.
Top lane. Once again, they go in on the ET. ET running away. Beastmaster in trouble too. They're all just dying. Like what? Now they're in melee range on this guy too. Beastmaster's gonna get away.
And this level advantage is starting to show now.
Yeah. I mean, the clock is level 5. That's the key. It's also head, but if you're just even like he is now, you feel bad. And this is really just that TNC thing. They can't win game 2.
And this Lion is in trouble, but maybe it is not him that is in trouble. Indeed, it is X-Nova who's going to go down to the last hit from Razor.
Maxing slight chains, which I really like in this lane, because it allows you to kill Razor far more effectively, and you don't really want to play Flame Guard, as we've seen, because it just purges that immediately. Mid, though, the Fox shows up. The Stomp will land with the triple run in from Maybe. Gets the slight chains off. That's going to be a free kill on Razor. Now there's a sleep on the line. He's in a bit of trouble, but Maybe does salve up. One remnant left. Has chains up in just a moment. Looks like he's going to run in and just find them for free on Cuckoo, or will he miss them? Will he miss them? He actually remnants forward. What a player. What a G.
Really pushing the limit of his hero there.
Push it to the limit. Name the song.
I believe, based on my knowledge, it would be called Push It to the Limit. You don't know the band, though. I don't.
Bottom, top lane is actually dope. Big Gyrocopter ultimate. He's going to take him out. Quite low, though. In the meantime, Clock is once again finding a kill. Cuckoo goes down. That's his 4th. FY just cleaning house this game. Already with 6 kills.
As you said, Clockwork definitely can have an impact in this game. It's really funny to me to deal with. And Ember's going quite an active build. Looks like he has the drums queued up. And they're going to have, looks like 2 drums if the Gyro chooses to go them as well, which he is. He's quite farmed on Ame against this dual aggro lane. Battle Root coming out. And a lot of contesting going along to make sure. And meanwhile, mid lane, you know, thank God I can hear it. Clockwork level 6 rotation. And you said
even with the Radiance, like even if he's farmed, like the Lone Druid would just kind of feed to Ember plus the follow-up of like any of the cores. Clock plus a core is a kill, any core plus Brew is going to be a kill. It's like super simple.
This is not the kill they wanted with the smoke. They do get the Bane, but Gyro narrowly escaping, and in fact, dagger on Brew. I don't know if you pointed that out. That is a raw Blink Dagger, or naked Blink Dagger. And it should be quite straightforward for them to take. Lone Druid, even though all their net worth is on him, he doesn't really do anything at this stage in the game with that net worth. Blink by Promoter get instantly hexed up, slept, and used the ultimate. A little bit, but Lion is going to feed his body for the cause. Will they be able to escape? They have the Wind Panda that can look to catch anybody, but they choose to just go for the Helm Dominator creep. That is a hefty bounty if they so get it. But they are actually chasing the Earth Panda where he gets the blink off before the Spirit, and that's
At the end of that, only a Lion goes down for the first Brewmaster split, not
Bruno, Alt, and Bane, but the grip is active. Clock is also here with Hook and 20. I think you just find the supports and kill them.
They are actually ready to smoke off that. Instead, they are the ones that get smoked on, and Ember goes in with the 2-hero double remnant full duration Fiend Script on to the Beastmaster. Brewmaster goes down on the other side, no ultimate on him. Gets the roar off onto the Razor, who gets the shield purged, and he's going to get the remnant off last minute and actually get. He does escape for some reason. It looked like he died, but Armel does get the double kill, and TNC didn't even look ready for that, and they were in position.
Yeah, for sure.
The Manta, possibly?
I don't think Google Manta, but I think it's just casual Yasha. You probably don't want the Ags. You need BKB first, I'm pretty sure. Just get like the slightly cheaper.
So, what applied at 10 minutes still applies at 13. Razor gets hooked and dies. Is he going? No, he's going straight BKB. I'm surprised he actually went drums. Oddly enough, I feel like 4-step is pretty necessary this game. They get the chains onto Sam H, but there's no war. They get the Hex with the net, and Ame is here, but I think he's just a deterrent at this stage. He actually goes down to the neck and kills himself on the Ember Spirit. He actually runs it, gets forward, and he's going to get slept into an ulti from the AT, and that is Ame's first kill participation in a team fight.
That was really, really weird.
And suddenly, my prediction's looking pretty good.
Yeah, the Blink Brew that just was not in the area. He's going to TP mid though. They die. You don't really have the initiation on the project happen.
Here's F5. All you, buddy.
And he's killing line. Got him.
That is a godlike blocker.
I'll kill you again.
Yep.
Bait, I believe, and pick up that Radiance. They're going to have it for the spot lane push. But as you said, they don't have any beaking or anything like that, so LG has no intention to shy away despite the fact that this Radiance is up. Immediately uses that Bruce Split, looks for the chase, looking to catch up on those heroes. So he throws up the lone Druid so the rest of his team can catch up. And Bane is dead before the fight even begins. One on the Clockwork, the damage from the ET aura as well as the Splitter, and damage on the flag actually picks off the Lion in the back. Brewmaster, it's already down. Radiance doing feel the burn, and he's going to go down to that root that Raven seems to be so good at on this hero. That's a 3-for-1, and that's a Brewmaster gyro and all these like tanky items on the Clockwork. Doesn't seem much synergy here for me. And they are smoked up looking for a kill. They will find Omni, who actually BKB before anything happens. They have a way of dealing with this unless they get the root after the roar, and he's actually going to go down. Okay, and he gets the fear before Brewmaster splits, no time back on the gyro, gets the split off, hook back in on the Clockwork to remove Armel from the fight, but at this point, the remnants are a little bit too late. Armel will actually go down because he has no BKB of his own. Sam H also trapped in the clock, so it's actually going to be a 3-for-2 in favor of LGD. And as I speak that, the Radiance, the damage over time for Lone Druid is too much, I think, at this stage. If they're not winning the fight, continue building the auras for his team, and they find the Bane with an Invis line, I believe that was. He's hexed up. The Bear's going to do enough damage. No commitment required from Raven. He's actually going to have the Battle Cry Bear hitting the Clockwork. The Gyro ult only clips the Lion, and he's actually low again. Forced to activate his BKB at half health. Gets linked. Doesn't matter. He's going to die before he gets back to base. Raven can recall his Bear. Gets the first hit root. Man, this guy knows how to play Lone Druid. And bottom, meanwhile, gets Yuled up by the Razor on Chalice, and he is dead. But Clockwork has the Shrine, and he's going to get away. But I think that the kills that they needed, I mean, that's 2 BKBs by Ame, 2 deaths, and that is not what they want to see. After they will be getting Roche. Who's buying all these salves? I don't know, the value though is there. They also have the Satyr creep, and ET dies to Somnus casually in the bottom half of the map. Something you didn't really expect to see. FY looking to possibly hook to steal this Roche, but he doesn't even have it for 20 seconds. There's no way in heck that he's able to get in there. And who do they give this to? I think Raven is the best. Yeah, Lone Druid is quite a good Aegis carrier because his Bear will stay alive while he is dead. Respawning, that is. He's actually just going to TP the Bear back to base. And the items are coming out. It has a Remnant out, but it is not going to be there in a few seconds, and he is in my opinion, a absolute goner.
He did.
Yeah, and that's the power of Lion. I feel like he's been finding some seriously fortunate invis runes.
Pretty much. I think that this Aegis is like just a huge timing. They get the tier 2s for free, slightly growing their lead. As you said, the blink on Lion now up. They get the stun on the clock. He's got a Crimson Guard, but he's in a bit of trouble, especially if they land the stop. There it is in the back line. It's going to miss everything. The Crimson Guard goes up as well. There's the root. Oh, wow. Huge blinking from Brute, but he's actually here, and the root and the Hex. Holy crap, he died. Clockwork takes this Earthsplitter to the face. Bane's going to grip, but he's going to go down. Ame pumping in damage. He's got the Mask of Madness as well, the 9-man flag, doing tons of damage, but everyone survives once again. Challenge with a split all the way on a different continent, so that's not going to catch anybody. The chains, however, for maybe with the talent. Those are 4-second searing chains. So Lone Druid just CC'd for quite some time, but at the same time his bear goes down, taking some damage from that. He'll have a resummon up along with the Aegis.
Hey, Remnant dodged the line, Bill. That's pretty sick, but nonetheless, not what LGD wants. Forced to buy back on the Brew.
That they, yeah, well, not only that, but the damage amp from Vlad, like it's more damage for Flak and for Ember Slay. Both of these heroes do damage to everyone on the enemy team.
And the armor over is quite good against the ET as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And they can actually catch the line who just TP's in. Cuckoo maybe not having the map awareness that we're looking at him to have, but Armel actually just BKBs off the rocket on Chalice, who's just going to be drained up, and that's going to further delay this inevitable not getting up the Radiance. And that is a Clockwork who has these tanky items, but doesn't look so tanky when it's just him. He's going to go down. LGD, I'm telling you, man, has not been looking too hot today. Went that Mask of Madness after the BKB.
Radiant's bottom tower has been
Will they
denied.
find anything looking to initiate? Get the Bane caught out of position. Mischance up on the bear, but that burn damage is quite painful. Gets the 4-second chains followed up by the Clockwork, who doesn't feel so powerful when it's just him without the Brewmaster. Brewmaster split outside of the fight, goes on to Sam H, who still has Roar. Throws the bear up in the air, who has a double damage rune, and he probably will go down on Sam H to Ember Spirit damage. Gets the stop, or nope, he dodges it with the Remnant. Goes back in onto the ET, who four-steps himself away. Full BKB on the Razor, gets Cog stunned. It looks like it's going pretty well for LGD, who will bring down Armel. Raven, not so scary, but he fears the Ember Spirit away. He gets fingered, but Cuckoo has thrown out all of his spells. He's going to go down, and that is surprisingly a good fight for LGD, because TNC smoked in for that. The Brew still doesn't have his Radiance. That is actually going to be complete now. And FY, proving that his tankiness build, honestly, I felt like he soaked everything in that fight. And everyone barely escaping with...
But both teams have easy methods of shoving out that much.
Yes,
so they just
that's why we've been here for the last about 5-10 minutes.
Yep. It's nice though. I mean, okay, here you go. This is what you're looking for. You get the good lane, so TNC, they just show up top. They're going to pressure hard for this tier 3. They're going to get it too. The Glyph already used super early, and look at that. LGD still in the mid lane.
Slow to react too.
You're going to threaten Rax here as well. Brew's going to go in. Gets feared away. The roll on top. Is he in trouble? I think he is. The stop interrupted by the Clockwork slating on the Brewmaster as well, but he gets hexed into Finger. He goes down. He's going to be forced to buy back. Grip onto the Razor through his BKB. He's in a lot of trouble, taking tons of damage from Maybe's right clicks. He gets W'd. He is going to go down. They trade the buyback on Brew for the kill on Razor. The Earthquake coming through, but doesn't do anything. In the meantime, mid lane.
A whole lot of nothing once again. Exciting, exhilarating stuff. He's going to get... Oh, nope, the rocket dies to the tower, but meanwhile, that is space created in order to take this Roche. Ame dealing a pretty good amount of damage on top of the Ember Spirit, who has the Blink Dagger on top of the BKB in order to commit to the fights, as we talked about earlier. I like that follow-up itemization. And ET is quite a good hero at stalling out this Roche, but it is down low. Health, they use the Bruce Split. Goes in on top of the Razor, who hasn't activated his BKB just yet. Already below half health, gets the full duration, feeds Grip, never mind, gets stunned up. Gonna try to disengage. All the BKBs popped on both sides. Razor, no buyback after this. We saw him use it. He's gonna go down. And so is Raven, most likely, who's cogged up by FY. Never mind, gets 4-staff, still gonna go down because of the damage from the Radiance on the Brewmaster. Or you could say the Daedalus crit that was from the Sleight of Fist.
I think it was a little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Damage, lots of damage, thing.
And ET is going to go down as well while they're taking Roche.
And maybe he's going to unstoppable right now. I mean, this just feels like the tale of the tape, right? It's just TNC, they had a pretty big edge, I would say, both in the way they executed in the early game and the draft, but then it just didn't seem to go anywhere. And it's just been a lot of hanging out.
Yeah,
it's like summer camp or something.
But there were a lot of songs sang today.
That's true.
Yeah. And at this point, no buybacks on any of the heroes that are dead. And Ame, quite scary. They actually utilize the cheese on Brewer just to continue pushing here. They actually are splitting bottom with the Beastmaster. Forced reactions, but I don't think they care.
Yep, Roar comes out, but there's only 2 heroes alive. And that was FYC.
That's space.
I think he got 4 seconds of base, but he's going to buy back. Because why not?
Finger and Roar used, so now how do they kill these other heroes? The answer is they don't. Sometimes you have to answer your own questions. And that's a dead line. Utilizes the BKB in order to ensure that he gets that kill. Lion does have buyback, but that looks like Megas. And Chalice going in with that Radiance Aegis and the Eon Disc, so there's no way they burst him in heck. And he is now going to back off. Should probably split to make sure he gets it off, but he does have Aegis, I guess, so maybe he's just debating. And he gets it right before the stomp locks him down, and now they're forced to back off, and they're just going to take 2 lanes of racks and a bottom shrine. Game looking pretty grim for TNC, and I'll admit that sometimes I'm wrong.
A lot of times after you get your first one, it's really hard to be able to just go for a second right away.
I feel you.
Maybe it's because it's like immediately after, right? Perhaps they had like a little while to just kind of prepare themselves for that next sequence, that next go around. Like they could be in a better position to
I think what you're trying.
He has Arcane Rune, yeah. You're just gonna make this play, he's gonna break in, pop the split, try and find, I think, ET most importantly.
Yeah, DT is the main counter initiation from TNC, so he's just going to disrupt the fight with his Brew Split. Actually just going to hit the tower with that bonus damage, the demolish ability on that Earth Panda. Name's actually just going to sit in the back, not even committing. Half the damage of the health of this bear already done. Hook into the Razor, who gets forced staff out, but meanwhile the Rax is going down. They have to do something outside of TNC, or they're just going to lose their buildings. They commit to this fight. Roar onto the gyro, linked up as well, stoking a lot of damage, and he's actually getting a Fiend's Grip off on Bane when he had no health left. Finds back on the gyro. Armel utilizing that heart to tank through all this damage, but it is not going to be enough, I don't think, and he is going to go down inevitably. That is a buyback on Ember. This is playing to win, baby.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yep.
I love that the fight's going as long as it is. That's why, in this case, it's fine for Chalice to just use that ult early, start zoning, because the Ember just spams that slight, and he has double Daedalus. Like, whenever he gets, like, even a bit of a crit, like, that hero has to back. He's doing so much damage. They finish up the Mega Creep, and I do believe we might have the GG come out soon.
Not too soon, though, because this has been quite exhilarating last 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, it was real exciting. Loved it. Loved every moment of it.
I've been at the edge of my seat.
I almost want to ask, like, obviously the Twitch chat won't see this for this, but like, am I bored just because I've been watching